Hey everybody, in this video we're going to talk about identifying arithmetic sequences and finding the common difference. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first one. Here we have a sequence 3, 9, 27, 81. And with arithmetic sequences, what we're doing between the two terms that are next to each other is we need to be adding something. Here we could say, oh, we're going to add 6 to get to 3 to 9, but then we don't add 6 to get from 9 to 27. So this is not arithmetic, which means it's not going to have a common difference. So why is it called a common difference? Well, because if I take the second term and I subtract the first term, that's equal to 9 minus 3, which is 6. So there's a difference there, right? But then if I take the third term and I subtract the second term, that's going to be 27 minus 3, which is 18. And we can see that 6 and 18 are not the same. So they're not going to have a common difference between the terms. Now, using that same concept, let's look at this sequence. A2 minus A1 equals negative 8 minus negative 15, which equals a positive 7. Term 3 minus term 2 equals negative 1 minus negative 8. So we end up adding 8 to negative 1, and we get 7. Now, just to double check, we see we have a common difference there. But just to check, let's check the fourth term minus the third term, and we get 6 minus negative 1, which is also 7. So this is an arithmetic sequence because it has a common difference, and that common difference is 7. We could also say, hey, between 15 and 8, I'm adding 7. Between 8 and negative 1, I'm adding 7. And between negative 1 and 6, I'm also adding 7. So there I can just see my common difference. And now for this last one, we check a sub 2 minus a sub 1. That's going to be negative 8 minus negative 3, which ends up being negative 5. Now, we know that between negative 3 and negative 8, we're going to add negative 5. Is that what's going to happen here? How do I get from negative 8 to negative 13? I add a negative 5, and then also from negative 13 to negative 18, I add a negative 5. So this is also an arithmetic sequence. The common difference here is a negative 5. So that is identifying arithmetic sequences and finding the common difference.